Hey, you guys. Happy March 1st. It's the last day of February for me. I've literally not vlogged at all today. And I'm sitting in my car, charging my phone. And I wanted to do a YouNow stream, but YouNow is down. So I'm like, what to do when the YouNow is kaboo? Why not make your vlog, you lazy ass, that you haven't done all day long? So that's what I'm doing. I'm sitting in the Meyer parking lot, and we have a tornado warning. Why not come to the Meyer parking lot? And it's pouring down rain, and Tanya and I went tonight and had dinner at Chili's. And I had a California Turkey Club, and I only ate half of it. I wanted to talk about something that came as a result of my vlog the other day. Because I talked last night about how much you guys affect me and how much I feel like we interact as like a family, and I mean that honestly, not just as bullshit. If I put two lights on, is that better? No. When I did the video about the animal rights, animal activism stuff, I got quite a few, if you guys hear this, that's the windshield wipers. I got quite a few comments. I should tell you what I had done for my day, shouldn't I? But I want to talk about this first. I got quite a few comments from people saying, you're such an animal rights person, you're such an animal activist, you love animals, blah, 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 whatever. Then do you realize that eating meat is contrary to that? And you guys really got me thinking. I was a vegetarian for 5 years, and so the reason that I was a vegetarian was that my mother had tried many times to be a vegetarian and stick to it. She was a huge animal lover. Weirdly enough, her favorite animal were lambs, and she would almost like get militant when we would go to restaurants and people would order veal. It was very bizarre. But anyway, she tried. I mean, it wasn't bizarre that she did that, but it was like, I don't know, if you don't know how those sheep are raised specifically for that in very confined spaces, and they can't see there in the dark, it's very sad. So when my mother passed away, I remember, like, I read something that she had written. I have to find these sheep to show you guys, or lambs. But anyway, lamb is plural, isn't it? But anyway, lambs. Is it plural? I feel like I've lost my mind. But anyway, she kept these, like, she had all these really cool ones. Some glass, some wood, some that had like little like wool on them. It was very cool. And I buried one with her. So anyway, I like right away, like a week later, I had read something that she wrote in one of her journals. And so I watched the PETA propaganda video. Now, PETA has a video that they put out, and I mean, they call it propaganda. And what they ask you to do is you watch, it's like a 5-minute video. And they show all the conditions that like animals are raised in and things like that to, you know, for meat. And they ask you to make I think it's a 30-day commitment to not eat meat. And it's not just about meat, it's about the environment and how, you know, our atmosphere is affected by it, and trees are affected by it, and on and on and on, and all this kind of stuff. Okay, literally, I'm sitting here, and I'm across, like, the street from, like, Walmart, Applebee's, and, like, this strip mall, and it literally, like, all of it but Walmart just, like, went black because of the weather, I guess. Like, I'm literally sitting in the middle of, I mean, you guys, you want to see? Here, I'll show you out. Oh, we don't need all that. Here. Can you see? Raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. Oh my lord. God, I look bad tonight, don't I? So anyway, I watched this video, and I was like, I can do that. I can do 30 days of being a vegetarian. That's, at least I can do that commitment to the world. And they were talking about that if each person just was a vegetarian for just 30 days, the huge impact that it would have in a positive way in the world. So I thought, well, I can do that. Well, I ended up being a vegetarian for almost 5 years. And the world was a different place then than it is now. Because, like, you know, when you would go out to restaurants, the best that you could do was a dinner salad, honestly. Especially in a Midwestern town like Indianapolis, it just wasn't very cultured at that time. Now, I have no excuse. The majority of the restaurants that I would go to have vegetarian and even vegan options. So it would be very easy to be vegetarian or vegan at this point. And I've thought a lot about it for health concerns, but also mostly because of my feelings about animals. And I just want to thank you guys that mentioned that to me. I think Tom mentioned it, and there were a couple other people that mentioned it on there. Thank you for getting my wheels turning, because I do think that that's what I need to do. And I'm like hesitant about saying when I'm going to start it on this channel, because if I do and then I don't follow through with it, it's kind of like my weight loss channel, and I don't want it to be where like I'm talking about it on here. But I feel like there's never any good time other than the present. Is kind of how I feel, you know? And but then I start thinking about things like, I mean, it's so interesting because it's so very much the same as like addiction. It's like, well, we're going to, you know, Florida in 3 weeks, and what if I want to, you know, eat nachos, or because we have like our favorite, there's the Naked Tacos in Miami is one of the best Mexican restaurants in the entire world. It's outside, it's fantastic. And I'm like, well, what if I want to eat tacos? It's like so still all of a sudden. I can't tell if that sound that I hear is the interstate or... What if it was legit a tornado coming straight for me? Like, it was like pouring down rain and then it just stopped, and now it's just very still. It sounds like a plane. Would a plane be flying during a tornado? Wouldn't my phone go off, though? This is taking a weird turn, hasn't it? But anyway. You guys are like, why aren't you talking? I should just turn off the camera, but it literally got, like, so weird. It's like, you guys, I just showed you the rain now. Look at it outside. It's, like, literally, like, still and spotless. Anyway, it's kind of freaking me out. I'm gonna leave the window open so I can kind of hear it. Do you think I would hear it? Do you think I could run inside the mire? I mean, what's the mire gonna do to protect me from a tornado, I guess? You don't often hear of mires when Walmart's being taken down. This is how my mind works. It's weird. But anyway, it's very much like addiction. Like, you think, like, you know, well, if I'm going to go on vacation, that wouldn't be a really good time to start being a vegetarian. Oh, I'll just do it when I get back. But it's the same thing. It's like, when are you going to quit drinking? When are you going to quit drugging? When are you going to quit smoking cigarettes? When are you going to quit gambling? I mean, there's never a good time. You're always going to want to do things. There's always exceptions. So why not anytime like the present? If I mess up in Florida and I eat meat, you know, and... But I'm really thankful that you guys said something to me about it, because it's something that I've been thinking about for quite some time now. And you know what was really weird was that Alex was like, as much as he doesn't understand it, he was so supportive of me when I was doing it. So, and I will tell you this, okay? From a physical point of view, I have never felt better. I have never had more energy. I have never slept better than when I was vegetarian. And I was not one of these vegetarians that, and I'm not dogging them. I think it's great, whatever you do, you know? But I wasn't one of these vegetarians that, like, just because I didn't eat meat, I still ate, like, lots of carbohydrates. I mean, I ate really healthy. Like, I ate vegetables. I ate fruit. Like, I was, like, very, almost, like, I wasn't vegan, but I, like, you know, because I did eat cheese. That was the thing. And so I had dairy. I've never eaten fish. I've never been anybody that's eaten fish. And what's really weird for me talking about it as a vegetarian, like from a vegetarian point of view, is that I hope you guys do not get bored of this vlog tonight, because it's just going to literally be me sitting in this car talking. I actually, I had a video that I wanted to do tonight, where I was going to drive you guys by the house that I grew up in and show it to you. I thought, well, that might be interesting for them. Would you guys like to see that sometime? My parents built the house that I grew up in, like hired a builder, went and showed him several houses that they loved, that they had that they had like seen when they were growing up. They wanted it built very similar to that, and it was built like an English house in the Cotswolds, I think that's how you pronounce it, mixed with kind of a French farmhouse, and it was white brick. My dad actually got up there and peeled the white away so that red came through, and then there was ivy growing up on top of my house, and it had a huge brick yard out in front, anyway, it was a very cool house, and had little window seats and stuff built inside for reading. And I actually grew up, I had a library in my house with that my parents are like avid readers. I had a library in my house that had French doors, and then you would, like, when you open them, you'd step down. It had 2 entrances, and you stepped down into wood floors with this huge fireplace that was actually the fireplace at the Union Hall at Indiana University in Bloomington, Indiana, because my parents, that's where they met. And so they had gone to the limestone quarries in Bloomington and hired they hired these limestone quarries to make use the limestone from there for this fireplace. So it was an identical replica to that house has an identical replica of the fireplace in the IU. What am I saying? Who cares? Anyway, right? But anyway, it was very cool. And anyway, I had this library, and every wall was bookshelves, like from floor to ceiling, and it was cathedral ceilings. It was very cool. I mean, to grow up in a house that has a library, it was very cool. And the house was not ginormous. I mean, it was a nice sized house, but it was not ginormous. So it was like, it just was cool. It was a cool house. I loved growing up there, and we were in the woods. We had a creek that ran behind our house, like that you could look out the window and see it, and I would play in there and turn over rocks to get crawdads, and we'd walk all the way the whole length of the creek through the woods. It was very cool. It was I had a good childhood, you know, like, although I came from a home of an alcoholic with my mom, I had a very magical childhood at times too. And, you know, she wasn't somebody like, once in a blue moon, a friend would come over in the afternoon and she would drink, and she would get drunk very early. But other than that, it was either weekends when I was with my dad, or late at night, like after she had put me to bed, she would start drinking and like watching a late movie or the news or something like that. But I lived in fear, because I think that when you have an alcoholic parent, you never know what your home is going to be. Is it going to be Little House on the Prairie and chili dinner tonight and let's read a book? Or is it going to be mom's very depressed? Because my mom's drinking was depressive. So, you know, some people's drinking makes them angry. Some people's drinking makes them happy. My mother's drinking made her depressed. Sad. I mean, she was a depressed person anyway. She suffered from clinical depression all her life. And so then when she would drink, she'd be more sad and just crying. And as you can see, we're an emotional bunch anyway. And so from me, can you imagine that combined with drinking? I mean, it was, and you know, I was 10 or 8, you know, and my mom's crying at the kitchen table to me about things like she never thought she would end up a single mother at 30. You know, it was sad. It was just, and I look back on that, and then, you know, what happened was I became like my mom's best friend kind of at a very young age. She was never my friend. Like, my mother always she was always like, would say to me, you know, like, you don't want me to be your best friend. Like, my mom was not that friend in high school that drank with me and all that kind of stuff. She never was that person. She had very clear boundaries as a parent. She thought parents should be parents. Parents shouldn't be friends. But she was also a teacher. My mother worked with students that had severe autism. And I think that was part of, like, I think, you know, my mother is a teacher that was in AA and was sober. I think there was also a huge stigma. She was always afraid that, like, her students' parents would find out that she was sober. And that they would think of her differently. And I can remember having conversations with her, and I'd be like, Mom, like, seriously, like, the world has progressed. And she's like, you think it has, but it hasn't. And she was like, even though I've been sober 10 years, you know, if my students' parents found out that I was an alcoholic, like, they would think of me differently. And I'm like, do you really think so? And she'd be like, oh, I know so, you know? And although I don't like to think of the world that way, I do think there's some truth to it, you know? I'm gonna see if YouNow is working yet. Should I see? I love doing the live streaming on YouNow. I think it's so fun. I don't think it's gonna let me go live tonight. You have to take a little picture, see? We'll try it again. I've tried it like 50 times tonight. If it does, then I'll come back to you guys in a second. We've notified your 3,000 fans, so hang tight. No, it's not working. Something's wrong with it. I got on Twitter and I looked. Isn't that weird that you go to Twitter now to find out things? And it said that something was wrong with it and it was still broken. So who knows? Anyway, you guys want to know what I did today? My God, I seriously, like, people must think I'm crazy. I can ramble about the craziest shit all day long. Okay. What did I... Oh, I wanted you guys to tell me some other vloggers that like daily vlog or that you like on a regular basis. I want to start watching some new people. So get me hooked on some people. Put in the comment section below who you like. What did I do today? I woke up super, super late. My eyes, you can't see it in the dark, but they're really red. And I think it's because I'm not getting good sleep because I stay up too damn late, which is why I'm going to bed. It's 11:15. And after I make this video and after I do this, I'm going to bed. Really weird was I feel really rested today. I think I wore my contacts for 24 hours straight, which might have been the problem. So I think I just need to get a really good night's sleep though. Do you ever feel like that? Like you just need like, I'm really good at about 8 hours of sleep, 7, 8 hours. I mean, I'm like that, you know, they're saying kids today need more like 9 to 11 hours. Did you know that? Alex is somebody that needs a lot of sleep. Alex needs like consistently like 10 hours of sleep a night. But he never naps. I mean, I'm a huge napper. Although I haven't taken a nap in a week. Oh shit, my library books are due back. I meant to take them back. I never did that. So, yeah. What do you think about that? So I got up, are you ready for this? Today, I got up at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. It's like 1:45 actually. I got up at 1:45. The dogs slept in their house last night because it was raining, and Boo and Tuck, well, Boo especially, is terrified of rain. So they literally just clawed at my chest. I can't sleep. So they slept down in their house last night, which is their crate. It's huge. They have like the biggest dog crate in the world. It's ridiculous. It's like people told us to get a small crate. I was like, I'm not, if they're going to spend time in there, I'm not getting a small crate. I don't care what trainers tell you. I'm not doing it. I don't think that's nice. So their crate is like 4 feet by 4 feet. It's hilarious. I should show it to you guys in a video. And it's so funny because when I like go in there to like take out the blankets to clean it, we have like a blanket over it, so it's real dark for them at night when they sleep. So when I go in there to get their blankets, like Boo Radley, because he sits in there, like we leave it open for they'll just go in there, and they love to just go in there. Like Boo Radley goes in there and just sits all the time. And what's so funny is that like when I go in, okay, so it's like if I'm like on my hands and knees, it's like maybe like that much over my head. And so what's so funny is if I go in there, Boo Radley gets real excited. He goes like this, like, Dad's in here, Dad's in our house. This is so funny. Like he thinks it's so funny. Like when I come into their house, he gets real excited. It's so hilarious. As if I'm gonna go in there and sleep. Pee-Pee does not like it. Pee-Pee's like, don't put me in that house. I won't sleep in the house. And then when we take him to the Tanya to the kennel, they I don't know why I just did that. Do you ever make funny faces in the mirror? They, she doesn't really keep them, like, in a cage or anything, or in a run. Like, Pee-Pee is always out with her in the office. But my brother-in-law is watching the dogs this time, I think. So, yeah. which will be nice. But they'll just be able to stay at home and stuff like that. I love my brother-in-law. I love my brother-in-laws. They're very cool. I love my family. I love everybody. I love you. I love me. Oh my God. Oh. This is not a real deep emotional vlog tonight. Can you tell? I'm looking over here and it says small carts, large carts, and then it's like 2 separate sections, but they're both about the same size. I'm like, well, how would you know which cart is for what? How am I losing gas by just sitting here? Like, since I've been sitting here, I've lost 3 miles. It's now 3 miles less than it was when I sat down here to empty. You think that's funny? I think that's funny. You now, you're making me very upset. Tony just texted me. Did you go live? We went, okay, so then what did I do today? Then I went and ran errands. And then, I'm texting her back. No, it won't let me. And then I made videos, and then I uploaded my videos, and then they wouldn't go up live because something was wrong with YouTube. Technologically, the world sucks today is basically the problem. And then I had a meeting with our attorney about several different things to do with our businesses. And then you know, all these like issues on YouTube. If you guys watch all the drama channel stuff, like all these people threatening to sue and all that kind of stuff, it's so funny. I was kind of mentioning it to my attorney today, like, not because nobody threatens to sue me. I mean, I don't put anything out there that's like that's that bad anyway. But you know, he was like, Peter, he goes, internet law is so like difficult, like you never, it takes years in court to prove that stuff. He's like, so when people say to you, I'm gonna sue you for such and such on the internet, he goes, it's basically an empty threat, nothing's gonna happen. I go, really? He goes, oh yeah. He goes, people come to me all the time and it's like, oh, somebody said this, it's slanderous, it's defamation of character. He goes, it's somebody's opinion in a comment section of a video on YouTube, or it's a tweet they made, or it's a Facebook post. He goes, and it's international. He goes, first of all, it's international law. Second of all, it's internet law, cyber law. He goes, it's completely different. He goes, and so it's really hard to prove because let's say if the person made the comment lives in, you know, Dubai and you live in the United States, well, those are two completely different sets of laws, you know, and he goes, it's really hard to prove, let alone get that person in the country to go to court with you. So that's all I know. It's the truth, and I'm sticking to it. You know who used to say that? I think Lily Tomlin. Did you guys watch Grace and Frankie on Netflix? One of the hands down best shows ever to be made. I love that show so much. Somebody have been, people, you guys, and then my friend Jenny today called me, have been telling me about this Shit's Lake or Schlitz Lake or something on Netflix, and I need to watch it, and it's so funny. I can't even keep up with my shows right now. I think I'm gonna try to catch up with like all of my shows when I'm on vacation, like when I'm laying in bed, watch like The Walking Dead. Wouldn't that be so scary? Oh my God. I start getting excited about 3 weeks before vacation. I start thinking, okay, now what book do I want to take? Now, what movies do I want to watch while I'm down there? And what this and what that, and all this kind of stuff. I'm so excited about it. Okay, I'm going to take a break, but I'm probably going to come back because I've only filmed like 23 minutes. And of course, my vlogs are so long. Oh my God, because everybody wants to listen to what I have to say. Okay, bye. We've moved to a new location. We are now at the post office. We are now retracting from the post office to go home and go to bed. It is now 12:56 p.m. Estimated time of arrival, who knows? 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It is like the most gorgeous evening outside. Apparently we're under like tornado warning until 7 a.m. Alex told me. But it is like so still. Okay, when you say the clouds and the sky together, that's Cly. The sky is absolutely gorgeous open. I'm so ready to go to Florida and just be near the beach for a while. I was just looking, I'm like almost at, it's so funny because like, I was looking at my vlog, like the numbers, and I'm like almost at 4,200. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm almost at 4,200 on this vlog. And it's like so funny because like my other channel is more than that, but it's like, I don't like get so totally consumed with the numbers, but it's kind of fun to see it go up every day a little bit, you know, and wonder like who are the 20 people that are new to my channel today. Like it's kind of fun, you know. So welcome. If you're new to my channel, thank you for coming and joining the Wolf Pack. And go tell all of your friends to follow my vlog and follow all my channels. Because we have fun here, we cry, and we tell stories, and we laugh. I'm so tired tonight. I'm going to bed early. Like, early for me. I need a good night's sleep. I just sat down at the post office and answered all of my snaps. It took me, like, literally, like, 45 minutes. And I love hearing from all of you guys. Like I talked about last night, I don't need to have that whole conversation again. It's boring, isn't it? Anyway, I'm glad that it stopped raining because Boo Radley won't be clawing at my chest now. Terrified of the storms. He does not like storms. My dad uses those thunder jackets for the dogs, for his dogs, and they have 2 Yorkies. I've talked about that. And he swears by him. He says those thunder coats or thunder jackets, whatever they're called, that you like put on dogs, and then when it's like thundering outside, they don't get scared. Oh my Lord, Boo Radley, he just is terrified of it. He doesn't understand it. He doesn't understand the sounds or the storms or any of it. The rattling rain against the window, it all scares him. He's so sweet. He always is like, comes up, Dad, what's going on, Dad? I don't understand this storm. And then he cuddles real close. That's the only time he really likes to get underneath the covers, and then he gets under the covers right next to me. It's so cute. He like runs for him. It always reminds me of that scene in Sound of Music when they all come running into a room when it's like, you know, my favorite thing scene. These are a few of my favorite things. When the door... I don't know the words. I used to know the words. Doe, a deer, a female deer, ray, a drop of golden sun, me, a name I call myself, far, a long, long way to run, so a needle pulling thread, far, a note to follow, so tea, a drink with jam and bread, that will bring us back to do, re, mu, do, a deer. I used to know that whole, that part where it goes, do, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, me. You know, you guys know what I'm talking about? Do you guys know, like, songs from movies like that? Like that, people say about musicals, I don't love musicals, but I do love Sound of Music, and I do love Annie. Those are, like, the 2 musicals I love. Tea, a drink with jam and bread, that will bring us back to do. But it doesn't mean anything. That's why we have to put words to it. 1 word for every syllable. Do you guys remember that? Do, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, la, ti. Why can't I think of how that goes? That's driving me crazy now. Does it drive you guys crazy? Oh, I lost my camera and I didn't even know it. Oh my Lord, there's always people walking in the middle of the street. So long. So do, re, mi, fa, sol, do, so. Why can't I think of that? It's driving me nuts. I'm turning this off and then I'm coming back and I'm singing it. When you know the notes to sing, you can sing most anything. Oh my God, I love that so much. I love that movie. Ah! At that end, when they sing Edelweiss on the stage, oh my God, I lose my shit every time. And then he can't sing it, and so she comes out there, and then she has to sing it. And I remember going to see that play with my Aunt Kathy, who passed away, and then when I was a little kid, and then they all come running out in the audience of the play. Oh my God, I could start crying. I could cry about everything, I swear, in my life. It's just one big sob. But anyway, when you know the notes to sing. Anyway, the sun will come out. Sing it, Annie. Tomorrow. I wanted to be a singer when I was a little kid, and then I went through this period where I wanted to be a country singer. I don't think I want to be a country singer anymore, though. I do think I'd be a damn sexy country singer, though. Do I know all the words to a country song that I could sing? I don't think I do. What's that Bonnie Raitt song? 'Cause I can make you love me if you won't. I love that song so much. Do you guys remember that scene in Roseanne where they're having the backyard like barbecue, and then they have that girl and she sings? Do you know she's like a real famous singer, and she's like really good friends with Bonnie Raitt? Like, I looked up the whole thing. I can't remember what her name is, but her name is Bonnie on the show, and she's also like in the episodes when they go bowling and stuff like that. She's like a world famous like singer, and she sings that song in the backyard where she's like, I don't know you, but I want to. She's like, no. And Roseanne's like, all right, girl, all right. I love that. God, I love Roseanne so much. I mean, like, that is real fucking life right there. Do you love when you watch a TV show and you so connect with the people that are in it? You know, like, I love that so much. I know y'all think I'm crazy. I drive around my car and I sing songs when I go out to have dinner with my good Judy Tanya. Just kind of have a simple life, and I love it. I think it's so much fun going up into the Walmart and the Meijer and all that kind of stuff. I love simple life. Going home, going to sleep with my dogs and my husband. I don't know you, but I want to. I think that's how it goes. I don't know. I love music. I love music so much. I love every kind of music, except for that screamo music. I don't get it. What's another song that I know all the words to? Let's see. I grew up on folk music, like Judy Collins, Bob Dylan, Arlo Guthrie. My mom listened to all of that. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, Neil Young. Rows and throws of angel hair and ice cream castles in the air. That was kind of my mom's song. God, I hate you guys. Do you guys know that song Both Sides Now by Judy Collins? It's like, it was my mom's favorite song. They sing that part at the end about old friends say I'm acting strange. They just shake their heads and say I've changed. Something's lost and something's gained in living every day. I miss you, Mom. God, why do I do this to myself? People ask me all the time to do videos about grieving and talk about grieving, and I really think that, like, grieving is really just like sitting in the moment and just really appreciating that person, and what an honor it was to have them part of your life, you know. And there is such a beautiful version of that song that was in the movie Love Actually. If you've seen Love Actually, it's the scene when she finds out that her husband is cheating on her. And if you haven't seen it, then I just ruined it for you. But she finds the necklace for Christmas that he's giving his girlfriend. And But Both Sides Now by Joni Mitchell is that version, and it's beautiful. And you can look it up on YouTube, or I'll see if I can find it and link it underneath here. I always forget to link videos. But those lines of those songs, you know. They say I've changed. Something's lost and something's gained in living every day. I still love my life somehow. A give and take, but still somehow it's life's illusion I recall. I really don't know life at all. I think that's really true. Like, the older you get, like, you think you have it so figured out, like, you know, in your 20s. I think, like, 25, 26, you think, like, okay, I get it. And then, like, in your late 30s, you're like, no, now I really get it. And then in, like, your early 40s, you're like, I don't get it at all. Like, none of it makes sense. And so I might as well just, like, ride this float down the river of life, because I really don't have any other option, you know? And I think that's really, truly where the real beauty in life comes. It's like, somebody asked me, like, what was my most bittersweet moment in life? I've had so many, you know? So grateful that I'm such an emotional person and that I allow myself to cry to things, because I know so many people that are like, I don't cry. And I'm like, do you think that's an asset? Like, do you think that's a strength that you don't cry? Like, for me, I think, like, it's so healthy to get it out so that I can be happy the rest of my times. You know, like, people are like, okay, so you're crying on your vlog, but you're laughing your ass off in your main video. I'm like, yes. Like, that allows me to do that. I'm purging my emotions. I'm allowing myself to feel I'm a human being, and I'm so thankful for it, you know? And I'm not talking about hysterically crying. I'm like, you know, sometimes I cry out of sadness, but a lot of times I cry out of joy. It is so beautiful out tonight, and it is so weird. It's like 61, it says, but it's like super, super warm. It's really warm. Anyway, God, how about a fun vlog one of these days, Peter? You, like, are like, I don't know, like, I get so many people that say, I start putting on my makeup listening to your vlog, and then by the end of it, I have to reapply my makeup for work. You guys watch my vlogs, like, when you get ready for work, and then they're like, by the time I have to go to work, I have to reapply my makeup because I've bawled my eyes out because we've got to the end of your vlog and you're fucking crying. You're laughing at the beginning of your vlog. It's so true. Really, Peter, what is your vlog? Well, it's just a range of emotions. We start happy and we end sad, and then we just kind of have some lesson that ties it all together. So what's the lesson today? Feel your emotions. Emotions are amazing things. Remember when I worked in treatment, we used to, like, when we would start in the morning, we did this thing called community. And we would read a daily meditation that was like a positive thought. It wasn't religious, and not that it would matter, but it just wasn't. And then we read this thing called A New Day, which you can find the poem online. It's like, today is a new day. I will, you know, I can use it for good or bad. I can't remember how it goes, but, like, what do I want to make of this day is basically the question. Like, what do I want? Like, this may be the last day of my life. What do I want this day to speak of? And I think it's such a powerful thought. And then we would go around, and then everybody would identify themselves, and then they would say, like, how they were feeling today. And we believe that you choose your feelings, or I did back then. So, you know, like, I would say, like, I'm Peter, and I'm, you know, today I'm choosing to feel nostalgic and blessed. And then we would set goals for the day. And my goal for the day, of what remains of it, is to snuggle with Boo Boo, my dog Boo Radley, Boo Boo, and Booby, and fall asleep quickly. Pass. Pass to the next person in group. It's so funny when I think about all that. And miss those days. If you've ever worked in direct care in a treatment facility or juvenile detention center or anywhere where teenagers are housed, it's like, it's otherworldly, you know? When you take away the veil and you look at it and you're like, these kids are like being forced to live in this very surreal environment for a teenager, it seems weird. But in the context of what it is, it seems very homey, and I can't explain it any way better than that. And aren't we all just at the end of the day looking for a home? And like Dolly Parton says, home is where I hang my wig. Me too, Dolly. Me too. Night, guys.